Welcome to Canada!
Hi everyone, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ben.
And we are GameHuntersRUs. Welcome to our best deals of our year of game collecting / YouTube channel.
Yep.
So these aren't in any particular order. It was too hard to actually order them as to what was the best deal we got and what was the worst.
Yeah.
And not that any of them, they're not any of them are worst deals. We're not doing worst deals, but
we'll let you decide.
Yes.
And in general, you have more really good deals than I do, just because you're more aggressively thrifty than I am.
I'm a thrifty guy. Okay, so seeing as I have more, I will go first.
Go ahead.
Might as well. Okay. I'm gonna put the first one being my PS3.
That was
a good deal. I've been looking for one for a while, and one popped up on GG for $60 for the old school 80 gigabyte PS3 that was backwards compatible, came with a controller, charge cable, and Black Ops.
So 80 or 60?
80.
Okay.
So yeah, I was really happy. Normally everyone wants, like, even for broken ones, people want $60 just for parts. So
well, they're not that expensive to fix, really.
So for $60, I figured I'd pick it up. The fan does run really loud on it. I think that's why it was $60, but it still plays everything fine. So
as long as it plays, it'll yeah.
You get used to the noise after a while.
So for the first one I'm gonna list is the Sega Saturn pickup I got. It was Sega Saturn plus hookups, a controller, just a regular controller, and a Dr. Bones with the case in good condition, just no insert. All of that was $55, and I later found out that a complete copy of Dr. Bones could be worth up to $60 on its own.
Not bad.
So yeah, that was pretty good.
It'd almost be worth sourcing a manual for that.
Almost. I'm not going to worry too much about it.
No.
I'm more worried about maybe getting a few more Sega Saturn games.
Yeah.
I only have 3 so far.
Me too.
Actually, I might only have 2. I don't know. It's either 2 or 3.
I have 3, but only 2 that I can actually play. Because one I need a light gun for. Alright, my next one is the Xbox 360 steering wheel that I found at Value Village for $8.
That was insane.
That was a really good deal. That thing goes for a pretty penny. The only thing is that it does not come with the table clamp that you need to hook it down, but that's fine because I just sit on my couch and play it anyway. It sits on my lap. Really fun. Oh, it didn't come with a power plug either, but my laptop works for it, so
exactly.
I'm okay with that. I had a lot of fun playing Forza 4 on it, and definitely worth it. And it was near the end of the day that I found it, so I was really surprised that it hadn't been taken already by the time I got there. It was a little awkward carrying it back because I had to take the bus. Didn't have a car that day.
Yeah.
So I was lugging around a massive Value Village box with the steering wheel in it, but oh well.
It was worth it.
It was worth it.
And then Darksiders 2 for the Wii U. At the time when I bought it, it was still worth $40 used anywhere else. I got it at the Beat Goes On for $22. So again, it's not an amazing deal, and it wouldn't be worth as much anymore. Actually, it might be worth the same just because THQ went out of business since I got it. But it was a pretty good deal, and I haven't actually started playing it yet because I want to finish the first one first, and I haven't got around to doing that yet. But
yeah, fair enough. I have my next one as the Game Boy Advance SP deal that I got from the random guy on TG. You remember that one? It was the blue SP. At first, I just saw Game Boy games, and he was asking $5, and I sent him an email asking, "Is it $5 for all the games or $5 per game?" And then I got an email saying, "Just come over and we'll work it out," which is a pretty sketchy email to receive.
yeah.
So I was like, you know what, whatever. So on the way back from school, I swung by his house, and he said, "You know what, you can have all these. You know what, I'll make it $3 total for all the games." And I forget what games they came with, but it had decent games. I know Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's Story was in there. That was part of our
Yoshi's Island, I think.
Yoshi's Island.
Story, then 64.
Sorry, yeah, Yoshi's Island was on there. Was in there.
It is easy to get them mixed up.
With a few other good games in there, and I think I got it was like 5 or 6 games for $3. And then he said, "Oh, do you want a Game Boy Advance to go with that?" And I said, "Sure." So he pulls out a Game Boy Advance SP, and he said for both of them, for the Game Boy Advance SP and the games, was $5.
I'm still not sure how that works.
And then later he said, "I have a charger for it to come back later for it." I went back later and I had something that he saw in one of my GG ads that he wanted, and instead of cash, I gave him that, which was like a Namco plug and play, which I only spent technically like $4 on, and he gave me a car charger for the SP, wall charger for the SP, and about 3 or 4 DS games, including another Yoshi's Island.
How do you get these deals?
I don't know. I'm in the right place at the right time. So yeah, in total I spent roughly about $8 on all of that.
And you got rid of a plug and play.
And I got rid of a plug and play that I had a double of, so.
Yeah. Next up is Metroid Prime Hunters for $10. I think that was at Microplay. Yeah, not a crazy good deal, but on eBay it's usually worth at least twice that much. All the Metroid games are usually worth at least twice that much. So, yeah, it was pretty good. You can see how he's getting all the good deals this year.
Okay, my next one I should say, is going to be my Super Nintendo trade that I did. I had a Sega Genesis sitting around that I got a bunch of Sega Genesis systems and a 32X and some controllers and blah 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 for about $30 total. So out of that I took one Genesis and plug and traded it to another guy, and he gave me a Super Nintendo and 2 controllers and a stack of games about like that.
Yeah.
Which was a completely unfair trade, but I took it anyway.
And he offered it.
He offered the trade, yes. He saw that I put the ad up for the Genesis, and he contacted me saying, "Will you trade for a Super Nintendo?" And I didn't have a Super Nintendo and wasn't actively looking for one. So
yeah,
it worked out. So that was a really good. Mind you, none of the games were that great. There was a lot of like racing games and a few sports games. But you know what? They're all games anyway. And it gave me a system that I really wanted. So.
And you already had a couple games for it.
Yeah, I had Donkey Kong Country and a few. So.
And then another one I got, I think this is Microplay, I'm not completely sure again, but it's a game for the PlayStation 2 called Primal. It was $1, and it's actually a really good game.
Yeah, I didn't play it.
I haven't got too far into it yet, but it's actually pretty good. It's kind of like an adventure game with maybe a little bit of combat.
Yeah.
And adventure games can be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got good reviews when it came out, but it's not very well known.
So kind of a hidden gem then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. My next one, I'm kind of torn between this one, but I think I'm going to put it here. I'm going to say, actually I might even change it right now. I'm going to say the Breath of Fire 3 that I found for PS1. I found that's about a $40 to $60 game, depending on the time.
Yeah.
And I got it for about $5 at Value Village. So it's a pretty good steal.
They really don't know how to price games.
No, but right now, currently, all original Xbox games are priced at $15.
What?
Go figure on that one. So that's how that works out. They just see Xbox and $15.
Yeah, or $15 for Rock Band, which no one really... It's hard to even give that game away now.
Yeah, it is. For sure. What's your next one?
Infamous 2 for $12. Okay deal.
I haven't played any of the Infamous games. I know one of our friends really likes those games.
My cousin really likes them too. I've played a little bit of the first one. I still want to get into it. It's again on my ever growing list of games I want to play.
Yeah. So is that it? Are you out now?
No,
I got one more.
I have one more.
Yeah, one more. All right. I'm gonna put this one in. My Sega Saturn deal. We both have our Sega Saturn deals on here. I got a really good deal on mine. I found a Original Nintendo system at a Goodwill for $5. It came with plug and controller. I threw in an AV cable for it.
Yep.
And I saw a Sega Saturn sitting on Kijiji for a long time, and it wasn't going anywhere, so I just sent him a trade. I'm like, hey, do you want a Nintendo, original Nintendo, will you trade? And he said no, and then he said, sure. But in that bundle, I had an extra copy of, I think, Super Mario Bros. 3 that I got for an extra, like, $1 at Goodwill, so I threw that in as well. So for the total of $6, I have a Sega Saturn with a controller and Daytona USA.
Again, how do you get all these deals? I clearly remember that too.
I was quite happy about it because I'd never had a Sega Saturn. I'd never played one before, but I was always curious because I am a bit of a Sega fanboy. So
Back then, Sega was awesome.
Sega was awesome.
Even the Sega Saturn, which failed, still had some good games for it.
There's a lot of good fighting games on it if you can afford them.
And there's Earthworm Jim 2. The Saturn version is the best version of the game.
Yeah. Also very expensive, so I will thrift that one out too.
So would I. In fact, I'd probably even pay $40 for it. That's usually what it's worth.
Yeah. All right.
The last game on my list is my Virtual Boy.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Usually you can't find good deals for rare systems on eBay. Usually on eBay, the Virtual Boy is at least $150. It'll come with the stand, it'll come with a power plug maybe, and it'll come with tennis, which is the most common game for it. I found it for $55. It came with tennis. It didn't come with the power cord, which, those you can get a third party for pretty cheap. It didn't come with the plastic stand, which wasn't that good of a stand anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother getting it, partly because of that, and partly because most people are asking $40 for a separate stand.
You could probably just make one,
but
just bend some wire.
For the ultimate failed Nintendo system, $55 is pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. And it's actually, well, I don't know, when you brought it over, I had some fun playing tennis on it. It's an interesting concept. It's an interesting thing to try out.
I still only have one game for it. I might try to get a couple more this year. Really, the only way you can get more games is eBay.
Yeah. Well, just to try to, it'd be fun to experience the 3D in different games and different aspects.
And most of the games don't actually cost as much as you'd think for such a rare game system.
Yeah.
Just because you already have the game system, not many people are going to buy the game, so they can't sell them for too much.
Okay.
That's it for my list.
All right. I only have 2 more on my list too, so that worked out pretty good. I'm torn between these last 2 over which one was the best. So I'm going to throw it to the YouTubers to tell me which one they think was a better deal. I think I can probably tell which one's going to be, but actually, you know what? I'm going to bring them out. They're right here. This one and this one. Okay, here we go. So, the first deal was Conker's Live and Reloaded. I found this for $5 at Goodwill. It is not complete, but that's okay, and it was fun, and I had a lot of fun.
My copy's complete.
I will get a manual somewhere.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
That's fine. But yeah, this is a pretty hard to find game on the Xbox. So,
and it's good.
And it's a good game. It's a complete rehash of the N64 one, with a few minor differences, and it's really funny because when you play it, Conker himself is just like, what? This isn't supposed to happen. And
this didn't happen in the
This didn't happen in the other game. And he's like, well, you know, developers had to do this. So it's a really fun interpretation of it. I would recommend it to anyone if you can find it. Especially, I always encourage thrifting if you can find it cheap.
Just the whole game in general. Both versions.
Both versions.
Great sense of humor, decent gameplay, and it spoofs everything while it still kind of keeps its own mood.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And my other one is Skies of Arcadia on the Dreamcast. I'm assuming a lot of people are going to say this is a better deal because I had this. It was marked for $4 in the case, and when I went up, I only got charged $3 for it.
Because they thought it was a CD.
They thought it was a CD. I wasn't going to correct them. So, toss it up between you guys. Let me know which one you think is the better deal. Because I was equally happy with both of them.
Personally, I thought the best deal you got this year was the steering wheel.
Steering wheel?
It's Worth about 150 and you got it for 8.
Yeah, $8 is pretty sweet. And it's very rare because that's like, it's very rare that it was priced for that because that Value Village is known for overpricing things. So,
Yep.
really surprised that it was there. So we want to hear from you guys. What in our past videos that you've watched, what do you think our best deal was that we got?
If you actually remember.
If you remember, or you can, yeah. That would be good to know. We like to hear a little bit of feedback.
And let us know what your best deals were.
Yeah, always good. Always good to hear people getting great deals at Goodwill. I love hearing stories like that.
Or just anywhere.
Yeah. So let us know. Like, comment on the video, subscribe if you haven't. That would be great. You can see more videos of us pickups
Or see how my hair has changed over the year.
Yes. Head and facial.
If you care.
So that's it. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.